Start with the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and grateful. Dear students of class first year, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you in Pakistan International School, Taif's a virtual learning system. And here's your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. Dear students, today we have English lecture number 11 for grade first year and unit 2.3, and the name of the unit is Tears of Nature. And I'm your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. So dear students, today we have lecture 11. Yesterday we had lecture number 10 and we completed our unit 2.2. It was about environment. So today's topic, Tears of Nature. This is actually poem and the writer is Graham King. So today we will know about the what are the tears of nature, why the topic of this poem is tears of nature. Dear students, now you can see a few pictures over here. In the first picture, there is an eye and a drop is just coming out of this eye. So, and second picture is just someone is going to, someone is cutting tree here, and then few things are about the environment. So let's see what kind of image is going to going to be created in your mind, that this is the nature. Actually the people are going to cut the trees and there is a huge smoke in our society, in our atmosphere. So that's why the nature is crying and there are the tears in the eyes of nature. So let's start the poem. As I told you, the tears of nature, and this is page number 60 and 61. You can open the English class first year book of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa textbook. So dear students, we have first line. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry, or was it just one more broken falling tree? You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. Now, dear students, this is a stanza about 3 lines. This poem is concerned with the heartless and indifferent attitude of man towards nature and his environment. You can see the attitude of people, attitude of man towards the nature from these pictures as well. Let's see how the poem develops. Now look, first stanza, the first tercet means, dear students, the stanza about 3 lines is about indiscriminate feeling of trees by men. Being children of Mother Nature, every tree felt causes Mother Nature to cry. But insensitive man doesn't hear that cry. Those who are sensitive, they can hear the cry that Mother Nature is crying. But those people who are insensitive, they cannot hear that cry. So that's why I think I just heard Mother Nature cry, or was it just one more broken falling tree? You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. They tell us there is a big hole in the sky. We won't believe in something we can't see. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. And this stanza, dear students, the second set talks about the hole in ozone layer, like they tell us there is a big hole in the sky. Yes. So about the hole in the ozone layer, but we don't believe in it because we can't see it. Yes, of course, dear students, because we can't see. We can see only sky, So we don't know about the ozone layer. So that's why we don't care about anything which is related with the nature. Coal-fired chimneys reaching up so high. Even though the solar power's free, you would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. And the third set is about the use of energy and power. Solar energy is free, but we still burn coals to send CO2 in the air to destroy the ozone layer. We develop rocket ships that fly, but still can't stop pollution of the sea. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. Now, dear students, in this fourth test set speaks of useless pursuits of the advanced countries such as sending rockets to the moon and other planets. They spend billions on these pursuits but are doing nothing to stop the pollution of the seas. There you can see that the sea has lots of pollution and no one is seriously doing something for that. But we are really very serious to develop rockets to send the rockets to the another planets. We have the fifth, keep it quiet. Yes, headlines, once more species set to die, keep it quiet, use diplomacy. You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. This is fifth stanza, dear students. Here, and this tercet is about extinction of animal species. Every day we hear that an animal species is about to go extinct or already extinct, but we prefer to keep quiet about it. Means here, dear students, we are able to know that the species are going to die, or the animals which are living in the sea, they are going to die by the pollution of the sea, but we are not able to talk few words for them. We are quiet and we are using diplomacy over here. Worry about the future, pass it by. How can preservation start with me? I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. We must preserve ground, and you'd think we would learn as time goes speeding by. So, dear students, in the last stanza, the quatrain speaks of the ingrained habit of man to absolve himself of responsibility. Why should I worry about the future of the world? I may not be here by then. So, dear students, this is about the tears of nature, and this is whole about the uh, poem. I tried my level best to explain stanza wise, and hope so you understood that this one, the poem. Now, dear students, the summary, this poem is about the indifferent attitude. Let's have a look over there. And in this picture, you can see the pollution of the sea. It's a very dangerous for the sea animals. Here we have the about the poet. As I told you, the poem is written by Graham King, who started writing rhyming poems in his childhood. Born and brought up in Australia, he visited America, Indonesia, and Asia. The topic of the poem Tears of Nature is nature and human activities. Now here we have the theme of the poem, yani central idea of the poem, or in other words, we say the sum up of the poem. The poet revolves around the fact that we are destroying nature, the habitats for various species are being destroyed by humans, and the species are being extinct. This is both for water species and land species. Despite science has made much progress, the problem of environment and natural resources depletion is still growing serious day by day. The poem is a warning to the man that nature is crying and dying due to his activities. We have rockets and factories with high chimneys, yet we are polluting the seas and we use coal in furnaces. This is the proof of our carelessness and indifference to nature. We cut trees and nature cry. We burn coal and nature cry, but we do not bother to stop. We let time pass. So, dear students, it was the theme of the poem. Now we have the central idea of the poem. What are the central idea? The poem has been written with the idea to highlight the importance of nature and how it is affected by human activities. The main idea behind the repetition of the words, I heard Mother Nature cry. Did you notice, dear students, that in every stanza, this line is repeated? I heard Mother Nature cry. Is to emphasize the worst things we are doing with nature and its worst effects. The poem is also a criticism of the so called progress of the modern man. He has just created an imbalance in nature. Despite his progress, man has not discovered or invented a way to preserve the environment. So, this is the central idea of the poem. And dear students, that this question is always there in exam that write the theme or the central of the poem. Any poem can be there in the examination question, like Tears of Nature or another one. So you have to be very careful for the central idea of the poem or the theme of them. That's why both uh, central idea of the poem and theme are given over here in this lecture. Second topic, dear students, we have about the grammar, and that is gerunds. I think many of you are well aware about the gerunds, and you are in class first year. So I think you have learned a lot gerunds in class ninth and class 10th as well. So we are going to revise this topic. This is not just like a learning. Hope so you will learn a lot. You will learn here in this, but kind of repetition is over here. A revision is over there. That the what is gerund. So let's start this topic about the grammar gerunds. Dear students, first of all, we will learn what is a gerund, what is the definition of a gerund, to whom we call the gerund, and then examples of gerunds in sentences, how the gerund is used in different ways in different positions. First of all, gerund definition. A gerund is a noun formed from a verb. A gerund will always contain the ending ing. It means that, dear students, the gerund is a noun. What we call it is a noun formed from a verb. Means it just basically it came from verb. Then we call it as a noun. Before you learned that a noun is always works as a subject and object in a sentence. A gerund will always contain the ending ing. Means always gerund is in ing form. Cannot find the gerund in another form, but always in ing form, and it works as a noun. And then work of a noun or the function of a noun is a subject, to be the subject of a sentence or an object of the sentence. What are gerunds? Any verb ending in ing and used as a noun is a gerund. Like, what is the question? What are gerunds? The gerunds are, you can say, any verb ending in ing and used as a noun is called a gerund. Now we have examples of gerunds. Verb and gerund. Two things are over here. Like verb is to run, to come, to see, to watch. These are the verbs. And gerunds, like when you will change put ing to this verb, it becomes running. Like here the verb is to run and the gerund is running. And how it is used in the sentence, like how the verb is used and then how the gerund is used. First of all, the verb, I run every day. I run every day. Here the run is verb. It is not a gerund. But when we will change this run with ing form, like we will add ing form, then it will become like I like running. I like running. Now here, dear students, you cannot see, sir, running is a verb. No, it is not a verb. It is gerund. It is working as a noun. It is an object of the sentence where running. But here run is verb. In this sentence, I is subject, like is verb, and running is an object. Okay. In the first sentence, run is used as a verb, like I run every day. I am doing the action to run. Like here in first sentence, I run every day. Here is the action run, which is the person is doing every day. In the second sentence, like running is used as a gerund, noun, and like is the verb. Here you can't say the running is verb. Running is a gerund, it is a noun called, and verb is like. So running here is an object in the sentence. Second example we have to sing. To sing is a verb, and singing is also verb, but now here it is called gerund. Like Sarah sings, here sings is verb. But singing makes Sarah happy. Here the singing is a subject in the sentence. Here the Sarah is subject and sings is a verb. Here singing is a subject, and it is working as a noun in the sentence. In the first sentence, sings is used as a verb. Sarah is doing the action to sing. But in the second sentence, singing is used as a gerund and makes is the verb. Here makes is the verb and singing is a used as a gerund. And it means that if it is used as a gerund, so it is working as a noun. And then if it is working as a noun, it means that it is working as a subject of the sentence or object. But here is no object. Here it is working as a subject. But in this sentence, running is working as a object in the sentence. Note, a gerund will always be used as a noun and does not replace the progressive form of the verb. Keep in your mind, dear students. Now, functions of gerunds. What are the functions of the gerunds? First of all, gerunds functioning as a subject. As I told you, it functions as a noun. So noun has a different functions. Noun becomes the subject and object of the sentence. So first we have a gerund as subject. Because a gerund is a noun, it can be the subject of a sentence. How it can be the subject of a sentence? Let's have example, gerund example. We have singing makes Sarah happy. Singing makes Sarah happy. So singing is working as a noun or a gerund here. Here singing is the noun doing the action to make. Because it completes the action, singing is a subject of the sentence. So singing makes Sarah happy, which makes Sarah happy? Singing. So main subject over here is the singing and it's working as a gerund and a subject in the sentence. Now gerund as a direct object. Here we learned that gerund is functioning as a subject. Here we will learn gerund functioning as a direct object. Let's see, because a gerund is a noun, can be the direct object because noun works as a direct object. What is the example? Sarah enjoys singing. Sarah enjoys singing. Dear student, direct object means verb, noun and a pronoun which works or which comes after the action word is called a direct object, or in other words, you can say an object. So Sarah enjoys. Enjoys is a verb, and after the verb there is a singing. So it's an object. In other words, or direct object as well. Here, singing is the subject of the sentence, enjoys is the verb, and singing is the direct object. Singing is what Sarah enjoys doing. Now here, Jones is indirect object. In the last, we learned that Jones is working as a direct object. Now, indirect object. Sarah made singing a priority. Sarah made singing a priority. Now, dear student, here singing is a noun. Okay. Following the verb made, look this. Priority is the direct object of the sentence. Look, this is. Direct object means this is object. Sarah is subject, made is verb. Singing is an object, yani direct object. After the direct object, if a noun or a pronoun is coming, it is called indirect object. It is called indirect object. So the priority is called direct object, and singing is indirect. Singing is a noun acting as an indirect object of the sentence. She made singing a priority. So priority is also object and singing also. So singing is called indirect object and priority is called direct object. Gerund is subject complement. Now, because a gerund is a noun, it can be a subject complement in a sentence. Gerund example is here. It was singing that made Sarah happy. Again, it was singing that made Sarah happy. Here, Sarah is the subject complement of the sentence because it follows the linking verb was. It is the subject. Look, this is it. And the gerund singing serves as the complement. So it is called here subject complement. Like this is, it was singing that made Sarah happy. So this singing is not a verb, dear students. You can't say, sir, it is verb. No, it is subject complement of this it, because it's a subject is it and it's a complement that made Sarah happy. So here we learned, dear students, that how the gerund is working. First of all, what is the formation of gerund? Gerund is basically verb, takes ing and it becomes the noun or a noun in the sentence. Then it functions as a subject, object, direct object, indirect object, and subject complement of the sentence. So today I told you that what is the identification of the gerund, how you can identify the gerund is always in ing form, verb in ing form, but it works as a noun in the sentence. It doesn't work as a verb. You can't say I am running in the ground. Yeah, you can say Sarah is eating an apple, so eating is a gerund. No. When you will say eating is more eating makes you fat, then you can say swimming is a good exercise. I like swimming. So that swimming is a gerund which is working sometimes subject, object, subject complement, okay, or indirect or direct objects. So, dear students, I hope so you learned today's topic. We learned today two topics. One was the tears of nature, the lesson, which was the about unit 2.3 about class first year, and it was on page number. You are well aware about page number 60 and 61. and then we learned about the gerund, which is very important topic. It comes in the MCQs of class first year, class 10th as well. So you learned in your previous class, but again we try to make it revision to repeat it. Gerund. Gerund works as a noun, and noun works like subject, object, subject, complement, direct and indirect object. So wherever the noun is working, gerund can work on same place. So, dear students, this is these two topics, and now we have a homework for you. And for homework is very easy. Write a paraphrase or explanation of the poem in your own words. This is the very easy poem, and you can paraphrase or explain very well in your own words. I will wait for your homework. You have to send. And second is very easy. Write at least 10 sentences using the gerund. You have to use the gerund in each sentence. You can use as a subject, you can use as an object, or direct object, indirect object, subject, complement. In different way you can use the gerund in the sentence. Only 10 sentences are required. Both things are homework about a few minutes. And even if you have any confusion, any query, any problem, I am available on Zoom. You can ask me. You can come online and to ask question or whatever the query you have. I'm available over on Zoom conversation. So, dear students, hope so you understood this lecture. See you tomorrow, inshallah. This is all about the lesson. And goodbye. See you. Thank you for joining. Allah Hafiz.